All right. Welcome, you guys. I am so glad you are here to this Happy Hormones basic class, right? So I am here. I'm joined with my sweet friend, Myra, which you'll get to see in just a few minutes. But we are going to tag team in this class. And we're going to talk about some very basic principles around hormones, and it's hormones for any age, okay? And I feel like sometimes we can complicate the topic, and then who feels like frozen? Like I don't know what to do because there's just so much information, and one person says this, and another person says that, and so we want to simplify today in a way that that helps you maybe make a decision. So for those joining live, go ahead and say, give me a one if you are like 30s to 40s. Give me a two if you are 50 to 60. And then if you are past that, give me a three, because then I kind of know, where are we on the spectrum of people, right? Joining in and seeing. So I would say I'm a three. I mean, I'm 50 to 60, so I'm a two, but I guess two, three. But and then, yep, see, lots of you guys. Okay, great. Here's what we know to be true about hormones. They literally affect everything. So your mood, right? We can say, oh yeah, I know that. Your sleep, your energy, your metabolism, and then, right, which from metabolism goes your weight. So they touch every part of your daily life. And yet, so many of us suffer in silence. We aren't sure what to do. Maybe you've reached out to a physician and maybe they say, oh, everything's normal, right? In any labs that you may have done. And so then you're kind of left in this stumper. And so we kind of then accept that exhaustion, brain fog, or hot flashes are just part of life. And we just have to live with it. But here's the thing, they're not. There are remedies, there are things that you can do which are really helpful. Those are all signals that something is out of balance. So today we're going to talk about how you can recognize when your hormones are crying for help, what daily habits make the biggest difference, and then some holistic natural products that you can learn about to see what might help you feel like yourself again. And so I know I have experience using the products. I know Myra does as well. But by the end, you're going to have a simple plan, a good, a better, and a best option to kind of start and see where you want to go from there. A little roadmap. So here we're going to start with this quick check-in. So see if any of these sound familiar. So keep track. If one of these is your department, you can keep track on, and then I want you guys to put a number in the chat here. So fatigue, even after a full night's sleep. So do you have any of these? Do they sound familiar? Mood swings, irritability, or nervousness, like that anxiety, like just feeling uneasy. Weight gain, especially around your belly. Irregular cycles or heavier periods. Hot flashes or night sweats. Brain fog or forgetfulness. Low libido. Vaginal dryness. Okay. Trouble falling asleep or staying asleep, joint discomfort. You guys, this was a new one to me to understand that that could be hormone related. I wasn't sure, I didn't know of this. And then headaches or a pounding heart, like that, kind of that anxiety or whatever. Okay, so who has five or more? Like, and we aren't going to tease you because we're all there. So don't be, you're not going to be calling yourself out. But if you have many of those, then this is your chance. Like your hormones are saying, "Hello, I am here and I am asking for support." So the good news is you don't have to overhaul your entire life. And I think that's where we want to make it very simple for you, that you are not having to like just scrap everything and then you get into overwhelm when you have to do too many things at once, right? So small, consistent steps. That's what we're going to share with you. So I'm going to turn it over to Myra and she's going to share some of those steps with you first.
Hello, friends. Thank you for being here. And I'm so excited to share some hormone balancing habits. And I'm going to tell you, I have intentionally shifted some of my daily habits. And some of these pertain to what I've done this year. And so I'm really excited to share them with you because when you're tackling something in your health, sometimes it feels overwhelming. And so these little things that you can do to help balance your hormones just naturally with your day-to-day life are so simple and like baby step bite-sized pieces, okay? So number one is you want to nourish your hormones. So this around eating. So when you eat your food, think about prioritizing your protein, fiber, healthy fats, and plenty of colorful vegetables. So when you think about veggies, I know some of you are probably like, I don't like vegetables. I understand. But the cruciferous vegetables like broccoli, Brussels sprouts, cauliflower, those are so good for you. They're really delicious roasted. So if you're like, I don't like it steamed, I understand that too. So put them in the oven and let them roast because when you roast them, they get sweeter and they're crunchy and so much more tasty. But these cruciferous vegetables are so powerful because they help your liver detox excess estrogen. So they're really important. So nourish your hormones by eating well. The second thing is to practice healthy sleep hygiene. Okay, are you guilty of staying up too late and not being able to get up in the morning? I am guilty. So, but here's the thing, sleep is such a powerful and underrated hormone balancer. I'm guilty of laying in bed and like scrolling my phone and just like letting my brain rot and it's impacting my sleep. But aim for 7 to 9 hours. If you can think about getting to bed at the same time every night, like 10 p.m. 10 p.m. is ideal. Put your screens away or depending on your habits and what you want to do, get blue light glasses so you don't have that blue light like glaring you in the eyes. Another thing you can do if you have an iPhone is it has night shift, the night shift where it makes your screen more like orangey. I have my phone on that all the time because I cannot stand the blue light. But power your screens down before bed and really create like a calming ritual. I love to drink hot tea at night. That nighty night tea is so delicious. And use your oils, lavender, cedarwood, peace and calming to really just calm yourself down and help you feel relaxed. The next thing is to move mindfully. Now, if you're frustrated with your body, I've been there, and it feels like everything that you are doing is not working, and you just kind of want to throw up your hands, a tendency is it's so easy to be like, I'm going to beat this body into subjection. And so you can overtrain your body, push your body too hard, and that's going to backfire because it spikes your cortisol, which is your stress hormone. This can throw your cycle completely off. So you want to sync your movement, your exercise with your cycle. So during your period, rest, take gentle walks, be kind and gentle to yourself. In your follicular or ovulatory phases, your energy's higher. That's when you want to like do cardio and weight training. And then in your luteal phase, when progesterone is rising, you want to go slower and just be more steady rather than like go out and get them like I always do and then I regret it. So, number four is to manage your everyday stress. Now, this is probably one of the biggest things that impact women's hormones. I do not know a woman alive today that has zero stress in her life. Like, could we just go back to like our gardens and, keeping our children alive or something? But we have all of these stressors constantly coming at us. But what happens with that is that cortisol and progesterone are competing for the same building blocks in your body. So when your stress hormone is like up here eating all the building blocks, your progesterone can't get enough. So when we bring our stress hormone down, progesterone can get what it needs. So the more stress you're under, the less progesterone your body can make. Excuse me. Okay, so here are a few suggestions for managing your stress. Take a quick 15-minute walk. That will help calm you down. Hold on one second. I'm sorry, I've got a call. Okay, another suggestion is box breathing. Have you heard of box breathing? There are apps, and I've actually used an app before for box breathing, and it's so simple. You don't need an app. You literally breathe in for a certain amount of seconds, 3 or 4 seconds. Then you hold it. Then you exhale the same amount of time, and then you hold your breath out. And it's free. Exactly. It's so easy to do box breathing. Another way that I love to relax is to take an Epsom salt soak. You can add oils to your Epsom salt. It's so calming. And the last suggestion is journaling. You can pull out your frankincense, your stress away, peace and calming, and journal. Now, I do realize we are in a very hurried society, and journaling takes discipline. You really have to calm yourself down. I will say this. If you are like, oh my word, I do not want to sit around and write. Who wants to do that? Who has time to do that? Open your phone, open your notes app, turn your microphone on, and just start talking. Just getting it out oftentimes will just help you let it go, whatever's stressing you out, and you will feel so much better. Okay, number 5 is ditch the hormone disruptors. Now, you all know we cannot put lipstick on a pig. So you can't be like, oh, my hormones, I'm going to get my hormones all fixed if you're constantly poisoning and hurting your hormones with endocrine disruptors. What is an endocrine disruptor? It is something that is disrupting your hormones. So these nasty boogers hide in everyday products, your perfume, synthetic fragrance that's in and candles that's sitting on your coffee table or your nightstand. It could be BPA in plastics, parabens in your skincare. It could be chlorine in your cleaning supplies. Those things are so harmful to our hormones. So, my suggestion to you is to swap those products out for Thieves Cleaner, Thieves Household Cleaning products, essential oil diffusers to make your home smell good, and just safer plant-based swaps. It's not hard. It's a baby step, okay? So, number 6 is to support your body's natural detox. Your liver, as we talked about those cruciferous vegetables helping your liver detox excess estrogen, your liver is detoxing daily. Whether you're aware of it or not, that's what it's doing. It is flushing out toxins, the excess estrogen we talked about, as well as cortisol. So, you want to support your liver by drinking lots of water. Do you know how many people I know who don't even drink water? They don't drink water. Friends, drink water, okay? Also, eating fiber is really important for your liver and adding in supplements like mineral essence. It is such an amazing mineral supplement, as well as whole body cleanse and liver tone when needed. It's really helpful to detox your liver a couple of times a year. And so I highly recommend, like in the spring and the fall, to do that. And those products are game changers for your liver. So these are 6 things. Choose 2 to start tomorrow. And then in a week, choose a couple more. Just implementing baby steps because each one makes it easier for your hormones to do what they're supposed to do. Okay, so now let's talk about a few natural tools for hormone balance. These products will take all of your hormone health to the next level. These are the products that I trust for myself and I recommend to women at every stage of life. It doesn't matter if you are at any stage from 18 and older, like you can use, and even younger for some of these products for sure. So the first one is Progessence Plus. This is angel singing everywhere because it is such a wonderful product. Almost all women need more progesterone, and that's where this amazing product comes in. This is a serum made with natural bioidentical progesterone from wild yam. It is infused with amazing essential oils like frankincense, bergamot, and peppermint. And so the oils help the wild yam absorb into your body for your body to use it effectively. So this Progessence Plus balances estrogen dominance. It reduces PMS symptoms. It supports your mood, sleep, and relaxation. It promotes harmony and overall well-being. So people often ask, does Progessence Plus increase estrogen? No, it does not. It provides the progesterone, which actually balances the estrogen and brings your body back into harmony. That's what you want. So, how do you use this? I know if some of you have ever, like from a health food store, seen that like cream and you have to remember like where you put it and how many days you used it and all that. You don't have to worry about that, okay? You can just use this 2 to 4 drops, easy peasy. You can put it on your forearms, on your neck, on your inner thighs, any of that soft skin. You can rotate. You don't have to rotate. You can use it however you want to use it. But I will also add one more thing. If you are trying to conceive and you have not yet used Progessence Plus, I would highly recommend that you try it because we have friends who now have babies because of using this product. So it's a game changer. Okay, the next one is Endoflex. This is Endoflex and it smells just delightful. It is the best trainer for your endocrine system. That's why it's called Endoflex. So this amazing blend is full of spearmint, which makes it smell, oh, so good. Sage, geranium, myrtle, chamomile, and nutmeg. Nutmeg is an amazing oil for the adrenals. This oil supports your thyroid, your adrenals, your metabolism. And just think about it like giving your body a daily coaching pep talk and encouragement. So, why does this matter? Because when your thyroid and your adrenals are stressed, everything else goes haywire. So, where are your adrenals? Do y'all know where your adrenals are? So, your thyroid is here, like a butterfly on each side of your throat, and your adrenals sit on top of your kidneys. So, I like to put Endoflex on my adrenals. So, this is the easiest way to do it. You just put a couple drops like on the back of your hand and then you can just rub it back there. It's so, so good. You can take this, you can apply it directly to your thyroid and your adrenals. You can put it in a capsule. And I know people who actually put it directly under their tongue and it just hits their system super quickly. And I will say this, if you have moody preteens or teenagers, this, my friends. If you have moody boys, Mister is also an amazing oil to add to their routine. But Endoflex is awesome. Highly, highly recommend. Okay, Daily Hormone Essentials. This product is a whole hormone system support. It is like the multitasker of all things. It is hormone free. It is plant powered gel. It's a liquid, but it's a gel. And it is a supplement that is has blends that are clinically studied with botanicals, adaptogens, and essential oils. So what does it support? It supports PMS, perimenopause, and menopause. It is also helpful for postmenopausal women. So don't discount this if you are postmenopausal. There are a lot of postmenopausal ladies that are taking this now and really loving the benefits. It also helps with hot flashes, night sweats, and fatigue. It helps with your energy levels, mood, and libido. It is wonderful for balancing your cortisol. Remember how we talked about like your stress level and being so stressed out and how that cortisol impacts your hormones? It helps balance your cortisol, helps you manage stress. It also, there's a lot of benefits to this if you have disrupted sleep. So it promotes restful sleep as well as mental clarity. So remember, cortisol throws everything off, so we want to de-stress. These adaptogens in this product, like ashwagandha and maca, help your body manage stress more smoothly. This also helps reduce cortisol spikes, so your stress is more even rather than up and down and all around. And if you feel like you've been on an emotional roller coaster, I very much relate. This will help with that. So when cortisol is balanced, your other hormones can finally do their jobs. And that's what we want. We want our bodies to figure out how they're supposed to work because they know how to work because they were created that way. Sometimes we just have to remind them. So you just take one sachet in the morning after you eat your breakfast. You can just drink it straight from this. You can put this in the refrigerator, drink it chilled, or a lot of people love to put it in warm water, like in a mug and drink it that way. It is easy, safe to take on the go. It's wonderful. You can carry it with you and you can use it every single day. Okay, I'm going to turn it back over to Susan.
Okay. Sorry, you guys, I was putting the screen share up and I got a little sidetracked, but we wanted to share with you some of the testimony. So if you don't know, this product was just released just a little over a month ago, and the results from women have been astonishing. They did a clinical study of a group of people before they released this to see, right, the benefits and just, make sure that what they were putting together was actually working. And so I'm just going to scroll through, a couple other testimonies here that you can read. So this product, like Myra was mentioning, it is good for 20s to 80-year-olds. There is so much goodness here. And just to share my own experience, I was taking another holistic supplement. So I'm 58 in postmenopausal, and that seemed to be working fine for me. So I transitioned off of that because I loved some of the things that were in this supplement. And so for me personally, right now, I'm only having to take half of a packet. And so I say that because I know how to muscle test. And so some of you may be like, I don't know what muscle testing is. We're not going to talk about that more right now. But you can Google what is muscle testing. You can learn. It's just a way that your body is going to give you an indication whether it needs something or not. And my body is like, no, a half a packet is plenty. And so if you start taking it and you notice that maybe you're not having positive results necessarily, that maybe your body saying it doesn't need as much. And so this is where our intuition comes into play, right? Just kind of knowing how that helps us feel. So, okay, let me see if I got one. I think I have one more. Okay. So you can read this as I talk about one last supplement that we is really a foundational piece for your hormones too, which is Ningxia Red. And if you guys, for those who already take Ningxia Red, I would love for you to share what is the best thing that you love about having Ningxia Red as part of your routine. So Ningxia Red, for those who are new, this is an antioxidant rich super fruit puree. It is not just a juice, okay? It's packed with vitamins, minerals, amino acids, and polyphenols. So it's clinically shown to reduce stress, boost energy, and support mental well-being. Okay, so right there, reduce stress, right? So that is going to help with that cortisol, right? Which we already learned. Cortisol is like it is like the maestro of your of all of the hormones. And so if we can figure out ways to help with that stress, and this one is a tasty way, right, to help. Okay. So, why does this matter for your hormones? Because when your body is depleted and under oxidative stress, so that's all of those things coming against your body, attacking it, your hormones end up struggling. So, Ningxia Red strengthens that foundation. So, your body has the energy and resilience that it needs. So, the key ingredients in Ningxia is the wolfberry, which has actually been studied for its hormone supportive effects. You can go into pub.med and you can type in wolfberry and hormones, and you'll see many different types of studies, both for men and women. So, the unique compound in wolfberry, especially the polysaccharides, help regulate reproductive and endocrine function. So, research has shown it can influence testosterone, estrogen, and even growth hormone, which is key for muscle, metabolism, and brain health. So it's fascinating, you guys, when you can dig in and find information around the products and full clinical studies. I just love that. So for women, the wolfberry has been studied for its ability to protect ovarian function, restore healthy estrogen levels, and even improve fertility by reducing that oxidative stress. So, some research actually points to benefits in easing menopause-related symptoms like anxiety and low energy. Again, because it's a powerful antioxidant that is actually in action in your body. So, the wolfberry also helps balance the body's stress response by supporting that cortisol and other stress-related hormones. Since chronic stress is one of the biggest hormone disruptors, it's a key piece to the puzzle. So, yes, so Ningxia Red is your bestie at all ages. And it really is. I say, and I've said for years, if there was only one product that I could have from Young Living, if they were sending me to a deserted island and they were only going to send me one thing, a month, it would be Ningxia Red because it supports so much of our bodies. So it's definitely gives your body that steadier foundation. So Okay, I think we're good. Any questions that I want to answer in the chat before? No? Okay, good. So, we wanted to keep it simple, like we said, right? So now here we are. There is a good, better, and best. This is the roadmap that we have kind of outlined for you guys. So good would be Progestins Plus and that daily hormone essential. So you're going to have a full spectrum support for PMS, perimenopause, menopause, stress balance, postmenopause like me, that. So yes, I still use Progestins Plus and I'm using the daily hormone essential as a postmenopausal woman. This would be something that I would recommend for somebody even in, their late teens. So many teens struggle with hormones and getting that regulated. And what has Western medicine decided to do? Put them on birth control pills. So I would just say, maybe look at other options before that is because, we've seen now, or maybe you haven't seen, if you Google that, well, you might not be able to find it on Google, right? Because they like to hide some things, but there is a lot of damage that can come from just taking birth control pills to help regulate your period. Okay. So that would be the good option. Better would be Progestins Plus with the daily hormone essential and then the Endoflex, right? So all of that you get there, balancing your progesterone, but also supporting your thyroid and adrenal health. And then the best one would be all of those goodies and then adding Ningxia Red in with that. So, where you start depends on kind of like what are the symptoms that you are having. Obviously, what budget, right, are you, able to commit and show, uh, sorry, what that looks like. And then, what does your body need? And so I know for me, and I think Myra would agree, you know, starting at the good, I think is a great place to start, because then if you need a little more support, you can add something else. So, but I will say the best, that you're not going to do wrong. You're not going to take too much of something that, kind of messes up with your body, if you know what I mean. So sometimes I say, just start with a couple of products and see how that goes. But everything that is in that best bundle is going to be a really good place to start as well. So, okay. So again, you do not have to live at the mercy of your hormones with these small daily habits. So, like Myra said, pick a couple of those daily habits to start putting into practice. And then, add a couple of these natural tools that actually are going to work with your body to bring it to homeostasis where it's going to function, it's going to be balanced, and you're going to be like, oh my gosh, I'm not having to struggle getting to sleep at night anymore. That is one of the things with the daily hormone essential that people have said over and over and over again. They cannot believe how deep they're sleeping. Women in their 40s, 50s, and 60s. So it's made a huge difference. So start where you are, choose good, better, or best. If you want, go ahead and reach out to the person that shared this Zoom link with you, or if you're watching the recording, because they're going to have a little cart set up for you so that you can easily choose the products that will work for you. They're going to have a discount code to offer you if you are a new customer with Young Living as well. So I'm going to stop sharing my screen so that I can see people's faces now. There we go. Okay. Um, and then they will get you connected with other resources and that. And so, yes, and Myra just put into the chat here. And if you're watching the recording, I will have the link just in the description of the video, but a happy hormone booklet. So if you want to read a little bit more about some of the products that we talked about, that is an amazing resource. It's going to really help you hone in on some of the things that maybe you have a little more question on or anything like that. So anyway, so if you have a question, drop it in there because we're about ready to wrap it up. And I think we did it in 30 minutes, you guys. I think we get gold stars for that. So yes, that booklet is incredible. So again, So happy that you guys joined us. We wanted to get you some great information. And then just know, reach out to the person that shared this link with you because they are going to be the one to walk you through, get you connected, get you that discount code and all of that. Because if there's one thing about, the Young Living community, it is that we love, right, to share information and we are avid learners and we just want to bring more people along for the ride because life is better that way. Um, if you reach out to me, Amanda, I can, yes, you will get that information in the email here when I get off of the recording. So anyway, okay. All right, you guys, no other questions. We made it 30 minutes. Thanks, Myra, for joining. And feel free to share this recording with friends that come along and have questions on hormones. So, all right, you guys, have a great weekend.